For hip external rotation pails and rails from a seated position with a dowel, you're going to set yourself up so you can kind of slide one bum cheek off of the chair, or one piece of your leg off the chair, so the leg that's working is able to move pretty freely. We're not going to run into the other foot. Now, when you do this, just be sure you're pushing into this leg to sit nice and tall on top of the working leg. We don't want to start to gravitate away and sort of compensate for the movement here. We're trying to keep everything in a nice straight line to set ourselves up. For external rotation, we're going to keep the knee directly in front of the hip and try to pull the heel as close or towards that other leg as far as we can. From there, we're going to take the pole, slide it underneath of the heel, find a position where we can lift and get contact along the entire outside of the calf. Now, holding this position, we might feel a little bit of a stretch in the hip, hopefully a little bit in through the groin area, but it's going to feel a little bit deeper than just maybe the muscular tissue that you're used to working here. It should feel a little bit deeper into that hip capsule. Holding this position and maintaining contact with your knee, you want to make sure that you're not physically able to get a little bit of a lift off. So I actually can get just a slight bit. So I'm going to take that pole, slide it a little further, and then pull myself up, and you can see that pushed me into a little bit more external rotation, which is going to be ideal because I don't want to be able to get a lift off for my pails and rails. Maintaining the stretch for 1 to 2 minutes, depending on what your prescription is. You're going to hold contact with the knee. Pails effort is going to be trying to push the ankle, the outside of the ankle into the pole. And then the rails effort is going to be trying to pull that ankle even closer to the sky. So taking a deep breath in, maintain contact with the knee, hold everything else nice and steady. Start to build the pails effort pushing into the pole. Push at 20% and then build a little more to 40%. Build to 60%. Use the outside hip capsule, try to push at 80%, and then find your greatest, safest effort. Try to make that hip work pretty hard here. You're really trying to focus on just hip rotation. Keep trying to push for 5, 4, 3, 2, and rails. Try to pull now. See if you can maybe get a little lift off. If the foot starts to gravitate away from the pole, that's okay. Keep trying to lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you were like me and you got a little bit of a lift off, you're going to try to push that pole a little further and meet your leg where it's at. Try to hold that new stretch position and then repeat the pails and rails as many times as prescribed.